What we need is we need also the fuel pump pressure, but we don't need the computer. We will need later, but I switch off because it's not necessary. Doesn't matter. But what we need is to give extra enriched fuel. But remember, you always have to switch off the fuel, because if not, several times flying, you can have a fire on the engine, and this will produce it in this plane. So you always have to switch off the fuel enriched when you have started the engine. To start the engine, you need to we're going to reset the generator. Okay, in case we have an overcurrent, we put in the energize position, and we have the condition lever on the taxi already, and we don't have to select the engine. We just press start, and this is what is going to happen. First of all, this pointer is going to start running without any fuel, rotating until the 20%. But once the pointer passes the 12%, we immediately has to go here and change it to ignite. When we change the knob to ignite, then it's going to start the fuel burning, and then that way we are going to let's increase the pointer until the 50 position, more or less. When we reach the 30 position, then we change to the 60%. Once we have the 60%, the plane will stabilize, will not keep the ignition, but it has to control and stabilize all the engines. In that position, we need to stay 1 minute. If we don't stay 1 minute and we switch to normal before the end of the 1 minute, all the starting process is going to end, so we will need to start back again. In those old process, we don't have to change very quickly from one position to other, because it's going to stop to be able to complete the starting process. So I'm going to demonstrate later. So let's go into start. We press the left start. Here we go. Here the AGT is coming. Okay, here comes 12. We could do it, but we're going to leave it there in 20. Okay, change it. We let continue. Let's continue the pointer to 50, coming to 50, change to 60, and we have the engines running. Still we have to wait 1 minute, because if we don't wait, I'm going to do it. Okay, change to normal. What happens is we lose power, and we have a failure in the starting. Also, we have here the oil caption because of that. So we need to again switch on to the energize position, where is the cutting fuel, and start back over again. Okay, we have the engine stopped again. I have done one thing. I have separated the throttles to let you see that inside the program we have I have programmed the way that the airplane has two engines. It has two fuel tanks. Both are separated in each tank, in each screen. In next plane right now, if you try to choose any default plane, both tanks feed both engines. That is not the proper way to do it in this plane. Each tank should feed only each engine. So when the fuel of one tank is ended, then it should end all the process of that engine. So it should stop it, unless you open the fuel cruise fuel crossfeed valve that is in the middle of the plane below. So I had to program this to only that fuel tank feed this engine and not both. That is why I have tried to set the thrust to be able. Well, the sound is very is totally maybe I'm going to switch on a little the propellers here to continue speaking. Okay, that's better. So to let you see, well, almost you can see a little right now of that. You can see that this fuel is almost at the very top of the 3.5 quarter, and here is a little more coming to the middle. In X-plane, this never would happen. They would be the same number, both. Even if you put in the fuel configuration here in waste and fuel a different amount of fuel, it should burn. Explain what it does is burn the most biggest, the most amount, what the tank that has the most amount of fuel to equalize with both of them. That way you have I simulate that as a real plane, because in the real plane you have to take control in both of the fuel. And for example, if you have a leak or a failure, then in X-plane both would always control burning at the same time, so both engines would always stop at the same time. But in this case, no, one engine can stop before, so you have to be controlling that what is happening there. Okay, so here we go again. Okay, we have the engine stopped. We press start. Start the rotation of the percent RPM. Okay, 12. Change it. And before we reaching the 50. Okay, that is the moment. That is the moment. Always before you reach the 50, when it's close to the 50, then we can have the engine, and we leave it in the 60%. That is the 60%. That is then one. Well, the revolution per minute that the plane has. I give a little of fuel extra to make it to help the engine to start. And right now what we have to do is wait 1 minute to change it from 60 to normal, because if not it will happen again the same that happened before that I show it to you. So we have to wait it. As you can see here, as I told you before, this is remaining in the same position. Well, it's starting to be filled right now, but look at this position, it's different right now. I'm going to retard. Okay. There's better sound. I'm going to put the real sound now. 100%. The sounds were recorded from the real airplane. Okay. And now it has passed a minute, because I see this bus tie. I know that this is the moment to change. If we don't change and leave here at 60% for more than 5 minutes, that engine will start burning. So I think it's a good idea we change it. We change it, and now it lets us reset. We can put the transfers in normal back again once the two engines are on, and then we have to remember to switch this off. If not, we can have problems in flight. Okay, this is the starting of the engines. We have both engines. We could start. Now we can put we have 10 degrees centigrade, that is the temperature that we are having outside. So we are going to put the fat. No, here in the food. Okay. We're going to put the temperature to auto. Doesn't matter with what I do here, but I have to put here, for example, to put a lot of air taking outside from the air departure. Right now we are having 10 degrees because we have opened the windows, so we are going to close the windows. I wish to hear to have a sound system that if we close the open, the sound is different. I will search for that, but for now the sound is the same even if I open the windows or not. We are closing the door side, so as soon as we close the door we will see how this temperature is increasing. As you can see, 11 degrees centigrades Celsius or 52 Fahrenheit. We are going to see how it's increasing temperature. Somebody asked me decision height is changed between 10 numbers. This is changed in explain 10. In explain 9 you can choose the between tens numbers. Okay, we have here to set the back, the heading back. We have these flags because we don't have any type of navigation tune. If we tune, for example, this frequency, you can see that is coming here at the board, and we don't have any far flag, only the vertical one, because we don't have information in glide slope information. Of course, we can hide the yaws to see the airspeed. And this is the introduction to the starting engines. What I'm going to show you now is what happens usually when you don't start the engines properly. So see you right now. Well, here I am again, and time has passed because the shadow has been moving from the position it was in the front panel. It was there and it's moving. Okay, taking time to make this video. Okay, we are going to start again with the automatics process, this time only switching by the battery master. So we have energy from the battery, we don't need the GPU here. So we are going to start the levers in the taxi position. Okay, I'm going to move this. Okay, that's right. And we are going to turn on the left one only. Reset. Switch on the roof is not necessary to light up. We are having this here, and we're going to turn on the avionics. The fuel pump. Switch on this one, not necessarily this one because it's the right panel. Okay, so I'm going to start the engines, but I'm going to stop the process before ending the process. That doesn't matter, no problem, but the thing is, once we stop the process of starting, we have to wait 30 seconds. I'm going to show you what happens if we don't start 30 seconds. Okay, so here we come, select, I think I have everything okay. Starting of engines, moving, the left one, here, it is, here, it's rotating. Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to stop it. Here is stop it, the process. It's stopping right now. And what I'm going to do is, because it's going to happen 30 seconds before the starting, I'm going to start back again. Right now. Okay, switch off. Okay, we have a hot start. Have you seen? This is the declaration. We're starting, and we are not leaving anything. We are not stopping. We should stop, because if not, we could break the engines. As you can see here, it's 700, and we have an engine fire. So we have to act quickly. We have to put here. Engine fire, and we could go outside. we extinguish the engine, so that is the reason why we didn't see the fire. But I'm going to show you in the other engine to let you see the engine fire, the burning. I'm going to do it in the other engine also. I'm going to switch this off. Okay, going to switch on. Everything is okay. Now I have to open this, start the engine. When it starts to move, I press stop, process, stop it, until it considers that the starting process is starting, but stop. Okay, now we start it again, and we have another, because now waiting the 30 seconds, another hot start. That hot start could happen not only with this, but in a lot of situations you have to take control of the temperature always. So it's going to come, this one, but this time now we have and we have that, the burning of the engines, and of course you will lose control. I don't know if it simulated an explosion or something like that in Spain. Maybe yes, maybe not, I don't know. Well, this is the starting of engines. I only to show for the last thing right now the proper manner to control the computer, to control the red limit, to not burn the engines also, because you can burn the engines if you don't control the temperature when you are flying. See you now. Okay, here we are. I have started with engine started. Okay, so here we are. Engine's running. The taxi going to flight because it is condition levers. Okay, and what I'm going to show you is what happened if you don't switch these TTL computers. I'm going to do it with both engines, so you can control, you can check what is happening there. So we advance the throttles. Too much strong. What happens is to have a strong energy, so we have to take care of that. So I'm going to switch on the both, and now if I advance fully, the plane usually won't, because as you can see I'm not advancing anything of the throttles, but it's going to retain the energy to have a temperature below the AGT. Remember, if you overpass this temperature while you are flying, then you will have problems. So that is what it's doing, this TTL, that if we switch off, for example, this one, we see that the right one, the left one, is overpassing a lot, and even the torque. And you can have problems if you are more than 3 minutes in this situation. You sure are going to break the engine or fire the engine. So it's up to you, man. I'm going to switch it on again, and it relaxes and stays in position. In normal condition. So check out always. Of course, sometimes you need more energy, more power, so you have to switch off this control computers. But always is a good something good to have the until 17 feet flight level 170, because at that level the power of the engines are less, so you need more power on the plane. And that is all. We're here. that is all. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy. And good luck in your flights with the CRJ. No, the CRJ is another plane I had before, with the Jetstream32, and of course with the CRJ if you buy it also. And of course the Mentor and the C-Max and other planes I have already set. Thank you for watching. Good luck. Have a nice Christmas.